Hi folks, it's Mark here, doing another video. What I'm going to do is show you a bench tour that I've done. I've done a whole new setup. Some of you may have watched the very first video I ever done for this channel, and that was a bench tour, but I've rearranged a couple of things to make it easier for myself and new items that I've acquired. The first one is this. It's a wee lava mic. I find that the audio is far better. I'm sure it was something to do with the iPhone, and which I record everything on my phone and edit all my videos on iPhone. The other thing was, I think it's to do with the noise cancellation, because when I was doing my video sitting, it would be very quiet like that. Then it would start going loud like that. So I chose to get this mic, and I've had no problem since. It was about £7 on Amazon. And I find that the audio is far better, especially when I'm filming my bench, because when I move my head like that and that, audio would pick up left and right, and it didn't sound great. So I wanted more higher quality audio, so that's what I've done. So what I'll do is I'll change the camera so you didn't see my ugly mug all the time, and I'll go through what I've done quickly and what I've changed and why I've done it. Okay, so let's... Right, we're back. And the first thing I'm going to show you is the stash. Nothing much changed. There's the diorama that I'm doing. I tried to do water effects. As you can see, that one's built. That was the old one. The new one is still in its box. You've seen me in my last video. That's a trumpeter wee sled thing that I fancy building for a dial. Again, the two Marders, the Hummel, the two guys. That I'm starting as a wee bit. The Jeep that I've got, still in a decal stage. That I want to get better figures. The gun's brilliant. I've done the bike, can get all that, but I want better figures to adjust it. That I gave up on. That's a brilliant kit that I want to do, but I've just not been in the mood. That bad boy. Let's see, the big massive metal barrel. I like my bikes. I'm going to get that. That's all ready to go. I just need 2K'd Ducati. The Ninja I really want to do. Again, that's all been decaled. That just needs 2K'd. The Spitfire that I really want to carry on for the plastic posse that I gave up. The big Airfix Hellcat. That's all my builds in there somewhere. That's got the Ventura and the Whippet. The, what's it called? The A10. That's, oh, I'll go with that. That's one I dug out from this thing. It's a classic build. There you go. That's how much you pay for it, 101 models. And that's a wee diorama I think I might do eventually. The Finger airbrush. Great cheap airbrush for beginners. Again, spot model, that was stuff for the motorbike. My Gunman that I've still to start, that's what I got for one of my models. That looks an absolutely beautiful kit that I want to do. Let's say that. I've still got, put this out. Sorry for the finger. B17, that was the old one with the raised panel lines. That will never get built. I really should chuck that out. The SU flanker is the SU27UB flanker C that I got from, I think it was up at the, it was the Scottish Nationals that I picked up when I was with Ivan Taylor Jensen, Carl and everything. The Dragon Patriot, that is a massive kit that I want to do. Still got the Vietnam, Edward, the Paul Bolton Defiant, the Subaru, the Challenger, the right field models one. That's a beast of a kit. That's the F15? Yep, Tomcat from Revell. That's the second one of the Revell 132 that I want to do, the Iron Maiden. I want to do, I'm sitting in the plane and have it on a mount and a stand. This was one of the ones I done as a child. The other one I done, obviously the Spitfire. The other one was the 172 Puma. But in this I've been looking for it in this kind of box, not the newer one. I always think there was something special about when you got that. It was already made up. I know this was in the 80s or something like that. This design Airfix came out, but I'm still looking at now that I've seen on eBay and they go for silly prices, and that's what I'm looking for, the Puma one. Other ones I've got is that, but I might do that as a separate. That was meant to go along with the Jeep, but I've still not worked out how to do a diorama, but that's how it is. This is just the rally car, the Mitsubishi, I'm sure. Yep, all the wee bits and pieces, fender and that, again, all ready to go. I've just not got an empty box that I got, because when you do 2K, you need to put in a cover to get any dust particles in it. A wee plug for Wonderland Models. That was an old kit. That's just got bits and pieces. Old mags that I've kept. My old tripod that I've done. Again, blue roll. Bucket heater. When it comes to the winter, that's absolutely useless, because this has got a metal roof and it's freezing here. This is my new box that I got for Asda. It's just got bits and pieces in it, my weathering stuff. Again, if you get them Costa, pick up a load of them. They're great for double-sided sticky tape and for putting wee bits on and spraying. I just grabbed a handful. Wet weathering sticks, all wet weathering products, primers, pencils. I get in. Alclads, all these charts that I've managed to get for Aquas, and the sticks for the 40 models. Bits and pieces, that's for a cup warmer for my decals, my wet palette, circle cutter, the GCL razor saw. The other side is more models in there. This is just bits and pieces. There was the 88 with the diorama, the big diorama, but I might change my mind and do something else with that diorama. And this is just, again, mags and bits and pieces, nothing set. This is what I did. I made myself a new table using brackets underneath, because my airbrush booth used to be here and it was too confined, because when I sprayed stuff I had nowhere to really put it. So what I done was extended it, made it here. This is just one of these air booths you get on eBay for about £60. I added this light. This is the Cadmic light, underlighting. I screwed it on. Again, my airbrushes, I have 4. My original Neo that I very first got, metallics. My War Machine, as I call it, the UMP Apex, absolute stunning airbrush. This is the cheap Fenga I got, or Fender, the FE180, £26. It's now been 3 months and it's still going strong. Great for detail work, because I've got a 02 needle in it. The hardest feedback Evolution CR Plus, absolute beast of a airbrush. Again, I do mostly with, I use that for my primers and mostly big, oops, and it falls off. Most of my primers and big painting jobs, because it can shoot out pretty much. Put that there. I really need to get another one of these for that. I'd use Dual. It's a Sparmax. I can't remember, is it the H10, sorry, 610H or something like that. With the tank. I've had this for about 3 years. It's never let me down. I do dual lines in it, so it's easy, quick releases. I have a reduction on that. Again, essential, and that goes up here. Now the original hose went along there. I had to tie it and went straight down. So this has actually made the hose shorter. Air still coming out. Filters, gloves, all the thinners, water, everything. Again, cheap lacquer thinner you get on eBay for about £7. Great for cleaning your airbrushes. Usual stuff, usual. That's where my crap all goes for the lacquer thinners when I clean them. Again, water. Again, more paints. It's just, I've put them in order, as you can see. My Vallejo paints I use for things, bits and pieces. This is another light that I switch on and off. I can use, as I say, I can use your foam, and you can stick them. I grab my phone there, and it's out the way. You'll see that. Yes, I did that, even though I'm dead against it. But I use it for a wash with 50-50 water. With a touch of Tamiya paint, and it makes a great wash. Water evaporates, and it just leaves a subtle hint of a weathering and all that. Mini drill, USB job, quite easy. Handy as hell. And you get the wee drill set as well. I think I got that for about £12. Extra gubbins, paint stands, hedgehog that my son made me. This is a wee pack that I'm thinking of taking if I go to the modelling club. I can put tweezers and sanders and everything like that, and all these and all that in it, and it'll be safe and sound in there. Great reset. I think I got this one came with, I think it was the Interesting Modelling Company that recommended this tweezer set. Bits for my, as I say, the mic, glues, greatest decal solution ever. Thoroughly recommend it. You get the 3 watts, masking tape, bits for the Ninja bike. Let me just put all this away, all the crap away. Again, phone stand, tons of sanders. I like 40 sticks, especially this one he has. This is my main workhorse. Tons of sanders. I have got UMP sanders, acrylic paints and oils there. US Mini 3-bar mini USB, where I've charged my phone, where I watch my stuff in the model. Clipboard for instructions. Again, more paints, LPs, Mr. Hobby, my clears and UMP washes, which are absolute brilliant. Extra decals that I've spent. Again, rigging. Great for rope for tanks, extra spares off your tanks, polishing compounds, and paints. There you go for the Gundam and Mr. Hobby for the American ones. I like my Hellcats, usual tape, everything like that. Extra covers for that. Here's my dwarf that I was done. I've done the eyes today for the first time. I don't know if I'll bring it over. Yep, there's the eyes. First time doing eyes ever. What I need to do on this is just paint the place black and do a wee bit. Sorry, then you can see how I'm painting it all over. This bit, maybe darken it a bit, so enhance it a bit. I need to enhance the beard a wee bit. It just looks a bit light. I need to put some more dark glaze on it. Then I think I'll be finished with that. I'm happy with the eyes came out. They are in the right direction because I penciled them in. I still think the left eye's bigger, the pupil is bigger than the right, but I'm more than happy. It looks great for my first ever full-size bust. I've got a wee bit of pre-shading today and a bit maybe glaze work in the muscles and all that, but apart from that, it's coming on an absolute treat. Where I store my models, here's my 2K that I have. My models are up there, King of the Night, everything. As I say, I've got them in other ones. Here's my other ones that I've built. That was an all artillery truck. That was the Mercedes-Benz. I didn't like the paintwork on it, I thought it was terrible. The Sherman that I'm really proud of. That was the T29. There's the little, what's it called, Vampire. That I tried to buff up the, I did buff up the canopy, as you can see, but when I covered this bit with tape right here, and unfortunately the tape took the decals off, obviously not enough covering flat coat, but I did do like LP flat coat, but I got it as best I can. What I might do is I might just what to do is mask that off and put a 74 myself. The other side was fine. It was just this side, but I'm not that bothered. It's it was a funnel jet. The what Fokker Wolf 132 that I got bored with. I have never. That's what put me off planes, because this bit was terrible. It was this bulge here that never fitted right. They two never fitted right. You're supposed to have all these opened. I just wanted these two bits opened. The engine came out, detail was great, but there was a massive gap between there and there and there and there. This never fitted. As you can see, you can still see a gap in there. It's just the way it is. I could do it, it's worn out and everything like that. Again, I've done pre-shading, done underneath. I've done this with Vallejo paints and I didn't like it, so that's why it's in here. Up there is the Air Force One. There's my foam that I use. That again is for covering for when I do 2K, but I've got the clear one better. Apart from that, this is it. Again, it's at my back of my garage. I think I'm at the max width. Back of my garage, got the lights. These are these lights you get at B&Q, about £18. They're for Cademits, but you can link them. I'm pretty happy how it is. It might not be the biggest, it might not be the best. Oh, there's better to this. That was another light I got off I think it was Amazon. I got this off of Amazon. This is where I did my mount. I made that my own mount that I can have it straight down, so you're looking straight down or that way. Made it myself with zip ties. This is what I can do. Again, I'm pretty privileged that I've got my garage and I can have all the space. So this is it. This is the Edinburgh Mancave with everything there. I'm privileged, as I say, I'm privileged that I've got this much space. There's folk who work out of their cupboards, huts, and even on their kitchen tables, and that's the way it is. I'm privileged that I've got all this. It's more than enough for me. I really would like to partition it off, get some insulation so I can work all year, but like everything else, like mostly everything else at this moment in time, materials are costing a fortune at the moment with COVID and all that, and I've got other things I want to get done. I've got a loft conversion to get done first, so priorities are priorities. When it gets cold in this garage, I put everything away. I drain the tank, I put the compressor away, I shut everything down, I come out, cover everything with old curtains that I have, so nothing gets frost damage on that. That's why I got the cupboard, the drawers for the paint, and I shut down shop. Then I go into the house and play guitar. That's why I wanted to get into the figure painting, because I can do that and it's no messy. It's using water-based paints and all that, and I can do it in the house on the kitchen table. So that's me. That's a bench tour. And any questions about my airbrushes and what I do and the Sparmax and all that, feel free. Yes, I use Tamiya paints. I use Tamiya LP paints. I have got some Mr. Hobbies, but it's mostly Tamiya I use. Vallejo I'm starting to use on the figure painting, obviously, because they're far better. But any questions, just feel free comments. Please like and subscribe. Also, one thing, at the end of this video you'll see my son's shout out called Viper Rebels. He does Fortnite videos. He's only 11 years old. He's got 178 subscribers. If you could do me a massive favour and please subscribe to him. You don't have to watch his videos. They're him playing with his pals, but it's a confidence boost that he's getting more subscribers and all that. He wants to become a YouTuber and make money. But hey, he's doing that rather than doing nothing. He always edit his videos through his PS5 on Share Factory. He's actually done my banner for this channel that he made me, so I'm pretty proud of him. Even if you subscribe and never look at his videos at all, I'd be more than happy if he go up to the 200, because I think he deserves it. I'll see you next video on an update on what I'm doing. Hopefully the figure will be done, or should I say dwelling as I call him for the Hobbit. And hopefully that'll be done, and I'll show you that, and we'll see what I might do the other figure to see how it goes. So please like and subscribe. I think I'm at 250 or 249. The 300's coming close, definitely. So please, thank you very much for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.